All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are going to build your very first Dungeons & Dragons character, and we're using the brand new 2024 Player's Handbook. We're going to get you from zero to hero, Ranger style, super quick. So let's get right into it.
You know, if you've ever wanted to play that master of the wilderness, the skilled archer, the peerless tracker, you've absolutely come to the right place. We are building your ranger right now.
Okay, so here's the plan. We'll start with the ranger's core identity, then move on to choosing your origin and species. After that, we'll dive into your level 1 toolkit, what the future holds, and finally, a solid strategy for your very first session. Simple as that.
So what is a ranger, really? Let's talk about their core identity, the hunter and the protector. Think of the ranger as this amazing bridge between two different worlds. On one hand, you're a tough martial warrior. You're skilled with bows, you're skilled with swords. You can really thrive out there in the wilderness. But on the other hand, you're also a wise primal spellcaster, drawing on the magic of nature itself to track down your foes and even empower your attacks. It's the best of both worlds, really.
And that toughness, it's baked right into the class with a D10 hit die. Now what that means is you are way more durable than a lot of other classes right from level 1. You're not going to be a glass cannon, you can really take a punch, which is super important when you're out in the wild.
Okay, step 1, choosing your origin. This is a really big change in the new rules because now your background is so much more than just a story.
Yeah, your background is now this awesome 3-part package. First, you pick a background that tells your character's story. That background then lets you apply your main ability scores, a +2 and a +1. And on top of all that, you get a starting feat, which is like a special bonus talent. It's a huge part of your build now.
So for a ranger, you've got 3 ability scores that are absolutely crucial. First up is dexterity. This is your bread and butter. It's going to power your accuracy with bows and lighter weapons, and it also boosts your armor class, making you harder to hit. Next is wisdom. This fuels all your spellcasting and sharpens those critical survival senses. And finally, don't forget constitution. That's what increases your hit points and keeps you standing when things get dangerous.
So, with that in mind, what are some good backgrounds to pick? Well, honestly, things like Guide or Wayfarer are just perfect. They line up perfectly with the ability scores you want for a ranger, giving you those boosts to dexterity, wisdom, or constitution right where you need them. They're a fantastic starting point.
All right, next up, let's select your species. This is another really fun choice that adds not just flavor, but some really useful traits that'll help you out as a hunter and explorer.
Now, look, you can play any species you want as a ranger, for sure, but some of them have abilities that just really click. A wood elf is a classic choice, and for good reason. That increased movement speed lets you run circles around your enemies. Humans are super versatile, letting you grab an extra feat for even more customization. And you can't go wrong with a halfling. Their lucky trait lets you re-roll a 1, which will absolutely save you from a disaster at some point. Trust me.
Okay, this is where it gets really good. Step 3, your level 1 toolkit. Let's look at all the cool stuff you get right at the start.
So at level 1, you get this thing called Weapon Mastery. This is so cool. It means you're not just doing damage anymore. You can actually control the battlefield with your attacks. So for example, with a longbow, you can hit an enemy and use slow to reduce its speed, literally keeping it from getting to you. Or if you're using something like a short sword, you can hit them and use Vex, which gives you advantage on your very next attack roll against them. It's a huge tactical upgrade.
And get this is a fantastic update in the new rules. Rangers now get spells right at level 1. You start with 2 level 1 spell slots, which is a total game changer. You've got magic from the very beginning. So, you know how you have that favored enemy feature? Well, that gives you the iconic Hunter's Mark spell. And here's the best part. You can cast it a few times a day without even using one of your spell slots. It lets you magically mark a creature, and every time you hit it, you deal extra damage. This is going to be your signature move for sure.
So, your character is built. You're ready to go. But the journey is just getting started. Let's take a quick peek at the path ahead.
You get new stuff really fast. At level 2, you get something called Deft Explorer and a fighting style, which is awesome. But the big moment comes at level 3. That's when you choose your subclass, which really defines your character. Are you going to be a beast master with an animal companion? A gloomstalker who owns the shadows? That choice is just around the corner.
Okay, character sheet is done. So, what's the game plan for your very first combat? Let's talk strategy.
Your whole strategy revolves around one thing, the Hunter's Mark loop. It's super simple. First, you use your bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on whatever looks like the toughest enemy. Step 2, you attack that enemy, and now you're adding an extra d6 of damage every single time you hit. And here's the kicker. When that target goes down, you just use another bonus action to move the mark to a new enemy, totally for free. It's an incredibly efficient way to just pump out damage.
And just like that, you have everything you need to build your character and kick off your adventure. The wilderness is waiting for you. So what kind of legend are you going to create?